Hello guys, in today's video we are going to discuss about React.memo, that why we are using React.memo, why is there use of React.memo, what kind of problem React.memo is solving. So basically React.memo used for optimization, means if you are creating some React app and if you want to just optimize your app, means you want that your app will work little faster. So here you can use what? React memo. So React memo is basically a function that can be used to optimize the render performance of pure functions or component. Pure function components and hooks you can say. So what React memo is a function which we use to optimize the render performance. Means React memo basically used to stop the unnecessary rendering. So that's why we are using Mamo, and because of that, our optimization, our rendering performance will get increased very drastically in a very significant ways. It just you can just see that your app is working little faster. If you are working in a big project, means if it's such a simple project like to do app or any small project, then it might not be possible that you can see that change. But if you are working in a very big project, at that time you will face some optimization issues. So there you can use what React Memo. So we get to know that what the React Memo is. That React Memo is what is a function that we use to optimize the render performance of pure function components. As we all know that in React there are pure function components. These all functions are what? It's a pure components, pure function components. And now how we can use a map. So basically first I will see you that what kind of problem we are facing here. Okay. So yeah, so this is our app page, our main page. So there I have written one input, and I am exporting one different component here, movie component. Okay, a movie component. Now what we have to do, we have to take one management state. Okay, we have to we have to take one state. So this state will get updated every time whenever there is some change in our input. So yeah, we will take event and set name to set name either target or event. Okay, so what we are doing, we are taking one input and we are writing one event there, that on click on change, that whenever something change in our input, so you just have to set that value inside our name, this name variable. And we are taking this movie here, so you can just see that we are doing console log app page here, and in our movie we are doing console.log hello render here. We are just doing some log here to see that how many times our components are getting rendered. Okay. So now, okay, let me refresh this page. Okay, now this is our input. Now you can just see there is only one time app page and hello render. Now let me start writing something. Let's say hello. You can just see that both the components are getting rendered every single time whenever I'm just doing any kind of changing here. So you can see that this hello render and app page is getting rendered every single time whenever we are doing this. So this is the small app. That's why you are not facing any issue. But when you work with in a big app, so there if this kind of things are going to be happen, then every time unnecessary rendering are happening. So that time you will face some optimization problem. So for handling this problem, what you can do, so you get to know that, okay, we are doing some changes in our input. Every single time our this page is getting rendered and this movie component is also getting rendered. That's why every single time whenever we are doing something, so this console is also get printed. You can see hello. So this is we have written in movie. So movie component is also getting rendered every single time whenever we are writing something. So now what you can do to stop re-rendering unnecessary, because we are not changing anything in our movie, but still that thing also getting rendered. So now how you can use React memo is you first have to write React.memo and just put this movie inside this React memo because React memo, because memo is what? Memo is a function. So it's just taking this movie as an argument. So now if you just refresh this page and if you just write something, so now you can just see that only app page means the main page where our state is changing, only that page is getting rendered. Movie is not getting rendered. So what Mamo is doing, Mamo means memorization. Mamo comes from where? Memorization. So Mamo is what is Mamo doing? That Mamo is just storing the previous result somewhere. Okay, somewhere in your system, it just storing that previous result. For example, first it get re-rendered because at first time everything get rendered. You can see hello render is getting rendered. So at this time, all the information or all the state of this movie component is stored inside this memo. Okay, now memo get to know that okay, I have this state right now, this state right now. So whenever if there is, so now we are doing something in our input. Whenever we are writing something, so now what Mamo is doing, Mamo is just checking that my new render is equal to the previous render. Previous render means the state that I am containing previously, is it exactly same right now? If it is same, so it will not get rendered. If there is some changes, then it will get rendered. For example, let me show you. So in movie, I am giving two props, name or review. Name, review. Okay. So here we are giving what? Name, let's say, and review. Yes. So you can see now our movie is also getting what? Redone, our movie component. Because now what happened? Now Mamo is checking that okay, previously there is nothing in name and review, but now this time new values are coming, Dipanshu and Hello, as our new state in the movie component. So that's why it's just get re-rendered. That's okay. And now you can see here Dipanshu and Hello. You can see that. Now, still if you just do anything here, still it will not get re-render. It will not re-render movie component because we are not changing the state of movie component. If movie component state is same or it's not changing, so Mamo will not re-render this component again and again, no matter how many changes you are doing in app component or in parent component. It will not get re-rendered. So that's why we are using Mamo. Mamo means memorization. But there is one problem with a Mamo. Now what will happen? Let's say if we are taking const data and we are saying we are taking object and we are saying name Dipanshu and age, let's say 90. Okay. Now what we are saying, instead of this, we are passing uh, data as data. Okay. So now you can see there is Dipanshu and 19 here. Okay. Now let's. So what we are taking one variable data and giving it an object or some information inside an object, and then we are passing that object as a prop to the movie component, and then that movie component is taking that prop and then just showing our data. Now what will happen whenever I change something? So now you can see that now both the uh, things are getting rendered, app page as well and the movie component as well. Even we are not changing any data here. Data is remain same, but still our both the components are getting rendered. Now the question is why? Because every single time whenever we are doing something, let's say we are writing something, so what is happening? This app is getting again re-rendered. So what will happen? This const will again go to movie. Okay, then this movie will go to here, then memo will check the object which we are taking, is it equal to the previous object? So it will check the reference, and reference of two objects never be equal. That means if we are saying that one object, let's say this, is equal to this object, so you can see that answer is false, because it's checking triple equal to, and triple equal to always check the reference, means it always check that at which place, the at which memory our object is placed. So it's just checking the location of both the object, that this object is present in the same location. So it's never going to be happen that in same memory two things are present. In one memory, only one thing get present. Okay, so memory will allot some different place to different object and different place to some other object. So that's why every single time our object is getting new reference, means new location. Every time this is rendering, our data is getting new location in the memory, and every single time a memo is checking our location, that the location is same. So location every time is changing. So that's why it's just getting re-rendered. So now what we can do here, there is one another parameter in memo, uh, and it will take it is a callback function, and it will take two things, two parameter. You can name it anything. I'm saying previous prop and next prop. Okay. Then what we have to say? We have to say that if we are checking here that if previous prop dot data dot name equal to next prop dot data dot name. That means the things are same. Means there is nothing we have changed in our data. If that's not equal, that means something has been changed and you have to return false, means you have to re-render this thing again. So only this thing if you do, and everything will get short. Now you can see only app page is getting rendered. Hello render is not getting printed again and again, because now memo is not rendering this page again and again. So this is how you can use memo in your application for optimizing your application performance, application rendering performance. So there are other hooks as well. So we will discuss those hooks in different videos.